The names of the U.S. residents who then became the presidents and got a view from the White House flew up Pennsylvania Avenue.
Mistake number 1. Now, everybody except one president lived in the White House, and that was George Washington. When George Washington was president from 1789 to 1797, George Washington stayed in the president's house, and he only saw the construction of the White House. Too bad he passed before he even got to see the White House as a complete whole.
George Washington was the first you see. He once chopped down a cherry tree.
Note that this is only a folk. It's a popular folk, but it may not be real because there are no records of this happening.
Number 2 would be John Adams, and then number 3. Tom Jefferson stayed up to write the Declaration late at night, so he and his wife had a great big fight, and she made him sleep on the couch all night.
Note that Thomas Jefferson's wife, Martha Jefferson, was ill during Jefferson's presidency, so this didn't happen.
Had a son, never had a son, and he fought the War of 1812.
Later on, James Madison did adopt one child, so he had a son.
James Monroe's colossal nose was bigger than Pinocchio.
1. Pinocchio's nose will always grow really, really long when he lies to anybody. And if Pinocchio's nose grows very long, James Monroe's nose cannot be longer than Pinocchio's.
John Quincy Adams was number 6, and it's Andrew Jackson's butt he kicks, so Jackson learns to play politics. Next time he's the one that the country picks.
To be exact, the country always picked Andrew Jackson during this period. It's just that Andrew Jackson here did not have enough votes to make a majority, so the House of Representatives had to pick a president, so they picked John Quincy Adams. However, Andrew Jackson won the following 4 years later.
Martin Van Buren, number 8 for a one-term shot as Chief of State. William Harrison, how do you praise? That guy was dead in 30 days.
William Henry Harrison died after 31 days, not 30 days.
John Tyler, he liked country folk.
And after him came President Polk. Zachary Taylor liked to smoke. His breath killed friends whenever he spoke.
1850.
There is no evidence about Zachary Taylor killing his friends when smoking. In fact, there was never even any evidence that Zachary Taylor smoked.
Nifty Miller Fillmore's in.
The definition of nifty, which means particularly good, skillful, or effective, is for presidents like Abraham Lincoln. However, Millard Fillmore is ranked as one of the worst U.S. presidents, so very few would describe him as that. And the historians were the people who rank him. Yep.
Fierce was Franklin Pierce, the man without a chin. Follows next a period spanning 4 long years with James Buchanan. Then the South starts shooting cannon, and we got a civil war. A war down south of Dixie. Up to bat comes old Abe Lincoln. There's a guy who's really thinking.
Kept the United States from shrinking, saved a ship of state from sinking.
Andrew Johnson's next. He had some slight defects.
Congress each would impeach.
And so the country now elects Ulysses Simpson Grant, who would scream and rave and rant.
While drinking whiskey, oh, the risky, cause he'd spill it on his pants.
It's 1877 and the Democrats would gloat, but they're all amazed when Rutherford Hayes wins by just 1 vote.
Rutherford Hayes, well, yes, he did win by 1 vote, but the Democrat was not 7, the Republicans was not 8. It was 184 and 185 respectively, and it happened in 1876, not 1877, because 1877 was the year Rutherford Hayes was inaugurated. In reality, 1876 is actually the year where the election occurred. So it's 1876, not 1877. And one more thing, the Democrats probably did not gloat during this period of time. So sorry, but at least Joe Biden won.
Garfield someone really hated cause he was assassinated.
Chester Arthur gets instated. 4 years later, he was traded.
Lord Grover Cleveland, really fat, elected twice as a Democrat. Then Benjamin Harrison, after that is William McKinley up the bat. Teddy Roosevelt charged up Sam.
Theodore Roosevelt, this happened before his presidency.
Got the bill.
In 1913, Woodrow Wilson takes us into World War I.
USA did not enter World War I until 1917.
Warren Harding next in line. It's Calvin Coolidge, he does fine.
And then
Calvin Coolidge did not do fine. Well, he did mostly fine, but he still made some mistakes throughout his presidency.
1929, the market crashes and we fight.
It's Herbert Hoover's big debut. He gets the blame and loses too. Franklin Roosevelt, president who helped us win in World War II.
Harry Truman, weird little human, serves 2 terms and when he's done.
It's Eisenhower who's got the power from 53 to 61. John Kennedy had Camelot, then Lyndon Johnson took his spot. Richard Nixon, he gets caught, and Gerald Ford fell down a lot.
Gerald Ford did not fall from that high, and you can't say that, Yako, because you see, Gerald Ford only fell down from the stairs once and it was never that high.
Jimmy Carter like camping trips.
And Ronald Reagan's speeches scripts all came from famous movie clips, and President Bush said, "Read my lips." Now in Washington, D.C.,
That's Democrats and the GOP.
but the ones in charge are plain to see. The Clintons, Bill and Hillary. The next president to lead the way, well, it just might be yourself one day. Then the press will distort everything you say. So jump in your plane and fly away.